Okay guys, let's have a talk about this. So Pagan outdoors, always when he goes out camping or in winter, rarely in winter, he puts a blanket on top, and some of the YouTubers have done it as well, on top of his hammock or over his hammock to keep like himself warm, or like a microclimate. And obviously in this sort of elements and in winter time, it's going to be fantastic. Now this is my interpretation. We'll just see how he gets on. So this particular material, it's like a woolen, I don't know, nylon-y thing, right? But it has got a wool sort of thing in it, an element in it, I think. I could be wrong, but I like the style of it. And what I did is I went to a few places around our local town, and I looked at other ones, like even throws for sofas and things like that, but nothing was really catching my eye. So I went to our local town, and we've got like a boys, I don't know if you've got one in one of your towns, but I suppose what I'm saying, the material shop, I just got about 2 meters of it, and I just literally had it cut too. It's about 24 quid. Now obviously I had to find a way, and then I was thinking was to put a ridge line and let it sag down over. So I'm going to have a play with it and see what I come up with. What I have noticed when I tried to get in it earlier on, it's starting to move a bit, so I might have to try and figure that out. Instead of come up with a plan to somehow peg them down so it doesn't slip. So I've come up with an idea. So I'm using these, and you know these are just simple carabiner, or just like simple peg clips, or I don't know what you call them. You can get them off Amazon, or you can get something similar. There's quite a lot you can get these, and they're handy anyway for all different tasks. I'll show you what I've done. So we just come inside a minute. All I've literally done is I pulled the actual clip to that little bit there, onto the ridge line, and then just pulled the excess through the other hole. But let's see if I can actually try and demonstrate this. So what I'm going to do is literally pull that down, and in a minute I'll show you when I get back, because I don't think I can actually film doing it, but it's pretty obvious that you see this excess here, that goes through that hole, okay, through there. Right then, let me show you in a minute. I'll get you back in a moment. What I'm going to do is twist this around into like a ball shape, bit like bit like that, yeah, or a bit similar, and just push it through the hole. The idea, I've just literally pulled that up, and that literally has gone through the hole there. So the other bit's clipped and the hole. Now what I've noticed, which is quite cool, and I didn't realise this would work, but the circumstances is, which is quite cool with this, you can actually move these up and down. So if you wanted to move the actual thing, you could move it up and down. So it makes it actually adjustable, which is not what I was expecting, but it's worked out really cool. So I can just move it to where I actually want it, and actually concertina it. So I can concertina it all the way up to where I need it. So if we go straight up there, because obviously it's the daytime and I'm not going to need it on so much unless it gets really, really cold, but I've got it concertinaed up there, and just literally pull it back to actually where I want it in relationship. Obviously the idea of this is the head end is where you want the most there, because it's going to keep the warmth in the head, but also it's going to keep the warmth in the bottom end as well. So that has really worked out. So yeah, microclimate. And as I say, if you want to see some people who's done the original idea, and I don't think he'll be the first or the last to have done it, but he inspired me to do it, and that was Craig at Pagan Outdoors. So check him out. Okay then.